Good morning. Welcome on this wonderful morning to be together as community. Welcome to SSUC. You'd think I'd have that by now. Southminster Steinhauer United Church. Spiritual Seekers United in Community. Here we are. It means that this is a place for our questions, for wherever we happen to be on the spiritual journey, for wondering, for visioning, for learning. And as we move through the changes and transitions of life, whatever they happen to be for you today, we are exploring the inner workings of our human experience. This is what we do together. We seek to be the best we can be and to help each other to do that. And to find wisdom for our living, strengthen our intentions to live more closely to our highest values and worthy goals of our lives and our living. This is a place for building community. So whatever has brought you here today, whether it's habit or something new or something old or something anxiously anticipating, you're welcome here and glad that you're with us on this journey. Welcome to this place and to this gathering, whether you're here in person or joining us online.
Good morning. I'm jumping in for Chad, so I have to remember not to say that my name is Chad. My name is Kim, and I am today's gathering companion, which I'm very honored to do. SSUC is a place where we work hard to make a safer space for all. No matter who we are, we're welcome here. All sizes, all ages, all colors, all abilities, all genders, all sexualities, all religions or none, or many, all people. May we find a welcome and a safe place to be ourselves and enter into whatever time, whatever space we need this morning.
And so as Kim lights our gathering candle for the morning, we'll let it remind us of the hopefulness of whole and healthy change, of finding new ways to grow together, of growing deeper and broader, more loving and caring, of honoring the triumphs and challenges of life and the beautiful places we might find ourselves having persevered through them. May our attention be drawn to this flame this morning whenever we need reminding of the strength of community, the strength of our inner spirit, our need for connection. And so we gather today. And as we often do, we gather not just with words or welcome, but with singing and with the bonding that helps us do as community. So whether you sing loud or you sing quiet, however you sing, on key or off, may these words enter us and enter our community as we sing together. We honor the land as we do each and every time we gather, and in so doing, we recognize the long history, our long history as settlers on this land. Much of our relationships and interactions with Indigenous peoples painful as a part of our collective past. I remember years ago standing at the door in the foyer, and there was someone who was brave enough to ask me a question of our church. This person said, "I don't think most of us were involved with the atrocious acts of the past. Most of us are trying to do much better. Why do we continue to acknowledge all of these things? Does it not just prolong the pain?" A brave question to ask, and a good question. And I'm inspired by answers to that question, such as that in Kent Nurburn's writing, The Wolf at Twilight. He writes this from an Indigenous character's perspective. "Let me lay this out for you. I'm not saying any of this is your fault or even that your grandparents did any of it. I'm saying it happened. And it happened on your people's watch. You're the one who benefited from it. It doesn't matter that you're way downstream from the actual events. We're all still drinking the water." So as those downstream, let's continue the work before us, the work of reconciliation, of connection, of remembering, and of honoring the value and worth of the Indigenous people of this land, the wisdom they share, and the journey on the river together.
My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the sweet, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It finds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? Although the guns too loudly sound, it is for peace we're yearning, and to each other firmly bound by ties of love and learning. When all of us throughout the years to freedom's fight are bringing the strength of laughter and of tears, how can I keep from singing? And though my joys and comforts die, my hope is still quite living. And though the shadows gather round, a new song's always giving. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging, since love inspires all round the earth. How can I keep from singing?
I'll just speak a word of thanks to Ian for singing that solo. We've been talking in this series the last 3 weeks about the songs that we sing and what they mean to us on the journey we're on. And that's a song of great meaning to me, and I think speaks such a message to all of us about the need for us to continue singing. Thank you, Ian, for that. It's a time for all ages, and the carpet is missing. Where did it go? I'm sure it's somewhere. But you know what? It's okay, because today's time for all ages isn't going to be read by me. It's going to be read on the screen. And we can watch that from wherever. Many of you might know the name Amanda Gorman. Amanda Gorman was the poet at the, I don't know what year, inauguration of Barack Obama. That's right, Joe Biden, thank you. Man, do I have it wrong? The time just flies, you know? It's because we forgot what happened in between those two. Amanda Gorman, young poet, American poet, and she has written a book called Change Sings, and this is a rendition and reading of that book, Change Sings, by Amanda Gorman. Listen, enjoy. The pictures are amazing too.
Change Sings, a children's anthem by Amanda Gorman, and the illustrations are by Lauren Long. I can hear change humming in its loudest, proudest song. I don't fear change coming, and so I sing along. I scream with the skies of red and blue streamers. I dream with the cries of tried and true dreamers. I'm a chant that rises and rings. There is hope where my change sings. Though some don't understand it, those windmills of mysteries, I sing with all the planet and its hills of histories. I hum with 100 hearts, each of us lifting a hand. I use my strengths and my smarts, take a knee to make a stand. I'm bright as the light each day brings. There is love where my change sings. I show tolerance, though it might take some courage. I don't make a taller fence, but fight to build a better bridge. I talk not only of distances, from where and how we came, I also walk our differences to show we are the same. I'm a movement that roars and springs. There's a wave where my change sings. Change sings where? There, inside me, because I'm the change I want to see. As I grow, it grows like seeds, I am just what the world needs. I'm the voice where freedom rings. You're the love your bright heart brings. We are the wave starting to spring, for we are the change we sing. We're what the world is becoming, and we know it won't be long. We all hear change strumming. Won't you sing along? I can hear change humming in its loudest, proudest song. I don't fear change coming, and so I sing along. The end.
And we're not on the carpet, but we're all on the carpet, okay? I want to ask you a question. Has anyone ever sung the song, Happy Birthday to You? Has anyone ever sung that? Yes? Okay, good. That's a song that we sing that we learn when we're really young, right? We learn that because there's birthdays, and we sing that song to each other. And I want you to think for a minute about some words. What words come to your mind when you think, when a person hears their family or their friends singing happy birthday? What kind of words do you think they're thinking about? What feelings do they have when they're being sung to? When you get that song sung to you, what are you thinking? Keep it PG. Being loved. Appreciated. What else? Togetherness. You feel acknowledged, being loved. Fun. Yeah. Joyful. Happy. Yeah, happy. Yes, you can feel older. That's okay. That's okay too. And do you know what? Some people don't know what pitch to start that song on, and so sometimes it's too high and sometimes it's too low, and that's okay. And then sometimes it's just right, and some people show off with the way they can make harmony at the end. All of it, though, is just great fun because we get to sing to each other. And in this story, we heard that sometimes singing can make a big difference. In a family, among friends, but also in the world. We can sing songs that make a difference and change things and make the world a better place. So my little add-on to this wonderful story is always be singing, because you never know, your song might make someone's day. Your song might make a huge difference in the world. Well, from the wisdom of a children's author to some other wisdom now. Thank you, Kim.
The first reading is a reading from the Dhammapada 9.7 from the Pali Tipitaka, the scriptures of Theravada Buddhism. That's a mouthful. Do not underestimate good, thinking it will not affect you. Dripping water can fill a pitcher, drop by drop. One who is wise is filled with good, even if one accumulates it little by little. And the second reading is from the Gospel of Matthew 13, 31 through 32 in the Christian Scriptures. The spiritual life is like a mustard seed that someone took and sowed in their field. It is the smallest of all seeds, but when it has grown, it is the greatest of shrubs and becomes tall enough that birds of the air come and make nests in its branches. These are texts from the Buddhist and Christian tradition. May we find wisdom for our living.
I should have mentioned before, those of you who've been here before know that we have a playroom at the back through the windows, and we also have a lot of activities and books at the back. You are welcome to them, and noise doesn't matter. I'm just echoing that. We don't care. We all make our own noises. They're all okay. We've been having a focus song through our last few weeks here that will become the focus of our wisdom and gathering. And today's focus song won't always be one of mine. I apologize that when it is, because I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, or piano key, or whatever you toot. But this is a new song that I've written, and I would like to introduce to us so that we can sing it together. And I'm going to sing it, and there's going to be some singers that will sing verse 1 through for us, and then we'll sing the whole song together as a community. Wisdom's words will speak. It speaks to from where we get our wisdom, and our eyes and hearts are always open, as we sung a little bit earlier, to wherever that wisdom might come. So we'll sing, and we'll all sing together. Little tech issue there.
Unsure how to step ahead, wondering how to move from where life so far has led, back to paths I've walked and worn, or to break new ground, frightened by what yet's unborn. We ask, whence will our wisdom come? And just what will keep us tuned to vision's voice? Where will life resound and purpose rejoice? Wisdom's words will speak wherever love we seek, any place the arc of justice bends, where the threads of human bonds extend. Unsure how to step ahead, wondering how to move from where life so far has led, back to paths I've walked and worn, or to break new ground, frightened by what yet's unborn. We ask, whence will our wisdom come? And just won't betray who we shall be, won't distract us from our heart's true decree. We ask whence will our wisdom come, and just what will keep us true to vision's voice? Where will life resound and purpose rejoice? Wisdom's words will speak wherever love we seek. Any place the ark of justice mends, where the threads of human bonds extend. We will find encouragement in our listening for true insight deep within, in the voice of young and old. Science, poetry, nature's wonders to behold. We ask whence will our wisdom come, and just what will keep us true to vision's voice? Where will life resound and purpose rejoice? Wisdom's words will speak wherever love we seek. Any place the ark of justice mends, with the threads of human bonds extend.
And now I owe Kim the biggest apology for this thing. All right. I want to tell you about a magnet I have on my fridge. That could be a whole sermon series, probably, the magnets we have on our fridges. But this one says, it always seems impossible until it's done. It's just one of those, like, trite little magnets you get in a kitchen store, you know? But actually, that magnet reminds me of a couple of things. The value of perseverance, but maybe more than that. It's a reminder for me of when we, I don't know, come from wherever it is we've started and then see how far it is since then to where we are now. That this long journey we take. And, you know, it reminds us that life takes us on some pretty curvy roads. Even the best laid plans usually get crossed out, erased, changed by the twists and turns of circumstances of life, events and things we learn and things that happen, realizations, some of them exciting, some of them terrifying. Where we are now is a result of that. And for better, for worse, here we are. I am who I am because of everything that's happened to me, around me, and with others I care about. I was thinking about that in this first verse of the song we just sang. Unsure how to step ahead, wondering how to move from where life so far has led. It's difficult to know what the next step is. Should we go back to paths I've walked and worn, or break new ground, frightened by what is yet unborn? This is so often the question, isn't it? Do I do what I know, or do I take a chance and do something different? So too it is with our life with each other. Many of us find ourselves part of this spiritual community because of all the roads that have brought us here. All the experiences, good, bad, or otherwise, that have led us to a place where exploring our spirituality in an expansive way somehow makes sense to us, or intrigues us, or is an avenue by which we can understand and be in the world in an honest and meaningful way. A place to question, a place to work stuff out. And this community really has carved out for itself a unique and special place in this city, in this United Church, in this world. Much in the same way that we can look at our own lives and say, I'm at this place, and I'm taking it step by step, but all my previous steps have led me here, and there's wisdom in that. When I look at this community, I think of how amazing it is to witness the ways that our commitments as an Earth Charter congregation have helped us to recognize our identity as part of nature and center our decisions on the health of the web of this planet and its earth creatures, and that we're a part of that, and that we still make our decisions based on those important realizations and identities. And that's just one example. We could name so many of the ways that our previous steps have led to who we are and what we do and how we make our decisions. It's lovely. And it makes you realize that we are rooted in something, aren't we? We never lose where we come from. Those steps that we took in our past, we might wish that we could forget some of them, but they're a part of who we are. We never lose where we come from because, like that magnet on my fridge, we've started somewhere. And whether the journey has been a short jaunt from where we were to where we are, or whether it's been a long, momentous, epic, curvy road, we're all somewhere now on the path that we weren't before. Life isn't a track on which we walk laps, round and round and round. That would be awfully boring. Life takes us, we take ourselves on a trek that leads to new places. Today is a new day. We don't know what the rest of today will be, never mind tomorrow. And it's pretty darn exciting. Scary, yes, but it's not the walking track where we pass by the same things over and over again. And why would we want anything other than a journey that passes new things to look at, has new decisions for us? We know what we've done with past decisions. We can take that wisdom and make new ones now. It's also true that we can't move backwards. As comfortable and as lovely as the past may have been, we can never go back there. So we best keep moving forwards. I think that's probably the only direction we can go. I don't think we have a time machine yet, do we? That'd be nice. Maybe not. We come from a lot of different backgrounds, you and I and all of us. It's really fascinating when we get to know each other and learn those backgrounds and hear all of the steps that, not all the steps, some of the steps that each of us have taken in our treks. But as community, even though we all are different in this way and all have these different parts of our journeys that we've already traveled, we're rooted this community, we're rooted in the Christian tradition. And as much as we're forging a path ahead, we do recognize that our roots are there. Our roots are there. Not all of us, but many of us have journeyed those paths. We're familiar with the words and images that may have facilitated our formation as persons, that we're part of a system of understanding the world and our place in it. And as much as we, look at the world and see what has happened to the word Christian, especially when it's placed with like the word right after it, when we look at some of the places the Christian church has gone to that we're not comfortable with, it can be very difficult to say, yeah, my roots are in the Christian tradition, or that this community's roots are in the Christian tradition, but they are all the same. Remember, good, bad, or ugly, our roots, our past, the steps we've taken are part of who we are. We all have soil that we were planted in. And although we take root there, we do, if we're healthy, shoot up out of that soil, don't we? I mean, a good plant won't just stay a seed. We grow a root system that allows us to send life upward and outward, and soon branches and leaves have grown in many directions, which doesn't mean we ignore the roots in the soil. But we find the life and the greening above the ground, where we interact with our environment, grow towards sources of light and food, and where we find the possibilities where suddenly we're talking about flowers and fruit. This is a quote from the 8 Points of Progressive Christianity, and this is point number 2, but I'm quoting here a slightly SSUC-ified version, if I may. Not terribly different. But. Seeking an expansive spirituality means that we engage in building lives that have their roots in the Christian tradition, affirming that the teachings of Jesus provide but one of many ways to experience positive and affirming formation and relationships, and that our spirituality can expand as we draw from diverse sources of wisdom. I share that with you because it's helpful for us that we're not out on a branch all by ourselves. It's helpful for us to know that. It's helpful to know that there are journeys that take us to places where other people have journeyed. That we can be rooted in one place and grow quite far away from it. That a branch can grow out of that tree trunk and support wonderful things. Inspiration is everywhere, in other words. Inspiration, revelation, truth are all around us, and they're contextual and time and culture bound, which means we aren't just receptacles of wisdom. We're not just sitting here waiting for wisdom to come to us. No, there's work to do to unpack every piece of wisdom that comes across our eyeballs and our ears and our hearts. We weigh its meaning. We decide if and how wisdom has relevance to the particulars of our lives at whatever point we're at, in light of our own time and place and emphases and values and purpose. And so it's not out of nowhere that this comes, but it is a place where what comes next, it could be anything. I'm sharing with you this kind of pre-chorus and chorus that we just sung. We ask, whence will our wisdom come? I always wanted to use the word whence in a song. My dreams are coming true. Whence will our wisdom come, and just what will keep us tuned to vision's voice? Where will life resound and purpose rejoice? Wisdom's words will speak wherever love we seek. Any place the arc of justice bends, where the threads of human bonds extend. In other words, wisdom comes from practically anywhere. and we tune in to what is the most life-giving to us. Things that speak of love and justice and human connection. Speaking of wisdom from diverse sources, one of today's wisdom readings was the Buddhist text of the Dhammapada. I love this little text. Do not underestimate good, thinking it will not affect you. Dripping water can fill a pitcher, drop by drop. One who is wise is filled with good, even if one accumulates it little by little. Who knows where this journey of ours is going? Who knows what your next step is this afternoon, tomorrow, this week? Any decisions we have to make? Any relationships we're working on? Who knows? But we accumulate the wisdom we need drip by drop, step by step. And then to put it together with the other text that speaks about the mustard seed growing into a great shrub. Because when we accumulate that wisdom drop by drop from who knows where, suddenly, or not so suddenly, gradually, we grow into something that can support a whole lot, can support a nest, can support anything. And this fills us up. This is the way we change and find ourselves moving from a place where it seems impossible, thank you, Magnet, to a place where we've accomplished something good. Where a tiny seed grows into something big enough to house a nest, to support what comes next, to birth something new, to till ground for a next generation. My favorite line from Amanda Gorman's book was this: change sings where? There, inside me, because I'm the change I want to see. As I grow, it grows like seeds. I am just what the world needs. Couldn't we all sing that song? Wouldn't it be great if we could all sing, as I grow, I am just what the world needs? Because we are. We are individually and we are collectively what the world needs. I'll take a little aside here to say next weekend is Camp Dragonfly, a camp for trans and gender creative children. Something that we started here at SSUC because we were hearing needs in the community, in the city. We knew that Camp Firefly existed for teens and young people, teens up to early 20s, that were needing a place of safety in a summer camp experience, mostly at the time when it was started, struggling with sexuality and now very much gender as well. And acceptance, finding that place of acceptance, and then hearing that, and having Camp Dragonfly then come be here as part of us. And now learning that has grown. That has grown, and it is meeting a need, such that, you know, when we had 30 or 40 kids the first year, and now we have 95 registered for next weekend. This is a great need. We don't know where wisdom will come to us, and where drop by drop we will accumulate what we need to find our way to something wonderful, something good, something to support. So that last verse of our focus song that we sang today, that we will find encouragement in our listening for true insight deep within. But not just deep within, also in the voice of young and old, in science, in poetry, in nature's wonders to behold. In other words, everywhere. Let's find encouragement in this way that we have grown and branched, holding firm in our roots, but branching to so many new and wonderful places. and finding that true and deep insight. So my hope that we can affirm our responsibility. We all have it. We all have our responsibility to get from where we were to where we are, and where we are to where we could yet be. To seek wisdom and to be wisdom. To work for change and to be change. To acknowledge our roots, but to branch and grow beyond their limitations. To honor the past and keep moving forward with courage. So in the ways that we sing our identity, our journey, and our quest, may it be so for us in so many ways as we take whatever the next step will be in each of our lives and in our journey together. So we're just going to sing the chorus one more time.
Yes, whence will our wisdom come? And just what will keep us true to vision's voice? Where will life resound and purpose rejoice? Wisdom's words will speak wherever love we seek. Any place the arc of justice mends, where the threads of human bonds extend.
I know there's a few of you that may have some announcements and some things in the life and the work of the congregation that you have to share, so let's do that now.
Pam Boudelier here. I want to thank those who attended the concert last week with our harpist and our saxophone player. It was awesome. And I just wanted to report that when we do the banking today, we will be depositing $755 into our refugee fund. So thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Peggy Dodson, the volunteer coordinator for the food bank. Just a reminder of the news in the paper last week. The food bank is basically in crisis and not able to provide for the many, many people that asked for their help. Consider that in your donations.
A few weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, I put out a bouquet of summer to ask people to purchase the art. Just want to thank all of you that have supported the little project I did. I raised over $400 for the refugee fund. I just want to let you know about that. And thank you very much.
I have an announcement to make that really follows on the theme of you don't know what's going to happen, uncertainty. You may have read in the Morning Messenger that there is a planned interment for Virginia Sauvé's ashes on Tuesday at Evergreen Memorial Gardens. However, the family member Monique Sauvé, who is planning it, lives in Kelowna. And as you know, things in Kelowna aren't going as normal. I have been in touch with her. She is still planning to come by plane, but I understand that there's nobody flying out of there right now, and she has not definitely canceled it. So as of this moment, we're planning to go ahead on Tuesday. However, I doubt if it will happen. So I've left a sign-up sheet or information sheet, I think I called it notice requested. If you are planning to come, please put your name and email or contact, either email or phone number, and I will be in touch with you to confirm or let you know that it's been postponed to another time. So that's the best I can do.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to announce that 11:30 we're having a special congregation meeting, and all of those are welcome to attend. Those that are online, so in person and online at 11:30. The Zoom link is on our website and right there too. Thank you.
We're reminded by that announcement about those affected by the wildfires. We're also, we received word from those in our Northern Spirit Regional Council of the United Church that there are some people fleeing Yellowknife that are in need of some emergency housing. And one in particular preferably in the southeast or south of the city somewhere with accessibility to the Grey Nuns, because there's an additional complication in terms of loved ones in the Grey Nuns. So if this is something that you can, if you have a room, a spare place in your home, or if you know somebody who does, particularly on the south side, that is, please be in touch with me and we can get you in touch if that need hasn't been met already. And just generally, our hearts, of course, are with all of those fleeing their homes or having lost homes, those affected by the wildfires. We thought some previous years were bad, didn't we? And but we hadn't yet seen this one. So I know our hearts and our strength are with all those who need it, and we'll do what we can as we're able.
Do you hear, oh my
We join our voices and heart together in our words of intention. May the sounds of our lives be filled with melody and lyrics that affirm, encourage, cherish, and impact our world in positive ways. We celebrate with joyous refrain, and we sing mournful songs for those who struggle. We sing songs of strength and solidarity for those striving for freedom and safety, those working for peace and justice. We affirm that we all have a part and are invited into the singing. May we know that together through our work, we can create music that will make the world more beautiful. As today's music comes back to our hearts, minds, throughout the week, may we be reminded of the values on which we're centered, the love with which we live, and the rhythm of compassion and justice that direct the music. May it be so. We change the light, taking the wisdom, words, and songs into our week and into our lives. And may it be so.